This is Askat Tanveer with Kashmir Panorama. After Babri Mosque in India, Ajmer Sharif has become target of the Hindutva spree of Bharatiya Janata Party to establish temples on Muslim sacred lands. According to Kashmir Media Service, a court in Ajmer issued notices to the Archaeological Survey of India and the Modi government following a petition claiming a Shiva temple exists within the Dargah of Sufi saint Muinuddin Chishti, just like the Babri Masjid case. Later, the Indian Supreme Court stopped such activities till further orders. Since Narendra Modi's rise to power in 2014, Hindutva ideology has gained significant ground, deepening religious divides in India. The BJP, aligned with the RSS, has extremely marginalized Muslims, portraying them as outsiders. Muslims owned properties and religious sites on the pretext of anti-encroachment drives all over India are being bulldozed and demolished, and the Waqf Amendment Bill is also an effort in this direction. The petition in Ajmer claiming Shiva temples exist within the Dargah of Sufi Saint Muinuddin Chishti is part of larger push to reclaim Muslim heritage sites. Consecration of Ram Temple in Ayodhya was the very first attempt to enroach Muslim mosques. Land and trend continued under the Modi regime with increased efforts by Hindutva groups to demolish Ajmer Sharif. These actions reflect a broader effort to rewrite India's history, with Hindutva proponents framing the country's Muslim rulers as oppressors. Muslim heritage sites like those in Ajmer and Sambhal are under constant threat. The Modi government has shown tacit support for these actions, with little condemnation from the ruling party against such demolition across the country. As a broader agenda to marginalize Muslims, the Citizenship Amendment Act and National Register of Citizens are designed to exclude Muslims, especially in Assam, where hundreds of thousands face the threats of statelessness. The demolition of Muslim heritage sites is not just physical destruction, but an effort to erase Muslim identity. Hindu extremists continue to target mosques, madrasas, and dargahs, like the recent destruction of a 1200-year-old mosque in Gujarat. The growing influence of Hindutva ideologies is undermining India's secular identity, and with the rise of extremist slogans, violence against Muslims has increased. Pro-BJP media outlets amplify hate speech, frame Muslims as a threat to unity, and present inflammatory narratives that normalize violence and discrimination. The manipulation of judicial outcomes, such as the Babri Masjid and Ganpati cases, reflect a growing trend where the judiciary aligns with religious nationalism. International bodies such as the UNHCR have called out India's deteriorating human rights situation. The continued persecution of Muslims and other minorities demands global attention to prevent India from descending into religious dictatorship. Moreover, the All-Party Hurriyat Conference has said that India is continuously violating international laws and conventions in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. According to Kashmir Media Service, the APHC spokesman Abdul Rashid Minhas, in a statement in Srinagar, said, since the Bharatiya Janata Party-led Indian government revoked special status of the territory on the 5th of August 2019, the Kashmiris are being deprived of all basic rights granted to any human being under international law. He said that India, while holding Kashmiris hostage for the past 77 years and usurped their rights, has martyred tens of thousands of Kashmiri Muslims to perpetuate its illegal occupation over the territory. India's brutalities perfectly qualify the definitions of human rights violations and war crimes as per international law. The spokesman said crimes against the Kashmiris have increased manifold, particularly after the abrogation of Kashmir's special status on August 5, 2019 by the BJP Indian government. He pointed out that India is defying international laws by bringing demographic changes in the UN-designated disputed territory. Abdul Rashid Minhas deplored that India, under the guise of so-called democracy and secularism, was targeting innocent Kashmiris and depriving the people of their freedom rights. He added that the Indian forces personnel were committing the worst kind of human rights violations in the occupied territory. He said, Kashmir dispute is one of the long-pending disputes in the world, due to which 1.5 billion people of the South Asian region are suffering. He said that it was the responsibility of the international community to put pressure on India to settle the lingering dispute in accordance with the United Nations resolutions so that peace and stability could be established in the region. In addition to that, India is systematically violating international laws and conventions in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. A report released by Kashmir Media Service said illegal and unilateral revocation of Kashmir's special status by the Modi regime is a clear breach of established principles of international law. It said India is depriving the Kashmiri people of their fundamental rights, contravening